Ready.
Hi, Sarah. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining me on day 5 out of 10 days of alternative medicine education sprints. We are halfway through, and I'm super excited about it. And I really hope you learned something new so far, and I was able to kind of educate you and bring you some new tools. Today, I'm hosting a very good friend, a very talented woman. Her name is Sera, and I've known her for a few years now. We work closely together, and I'm telling you, her work is magic. So Sarah is a psychic medium and a healer. She channeled her own healing modality, even more than one, isn't it right, Sarah? She works with guides, angels, and with our amazing bodies, which she says she's not healing, rather the body heals itself. So welcome, Sarah. I'm so honored and happy to have you here with me today.
Thank you.
As I mentioned before, you're a woman of many talents. So tell us a bit about the tools you're using, the method you're using to help people heal.
So yeah, you're right. I'm kind of addicted to learning. So I learned over 25 modalities, different modalities, but I decided to stop counting after the 25th. So I might learn some more over that, but usually I would work with my own modality that I channeled or with the guide and the angels. The reason why I learn more and more is that the people that come to me, even if they come, even two people will come with the same symptom. The treatment and the session, whatever will happen there, will not be the same. So I always want to learn some more things so I could help my patients more and more.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my tools will probably, well, depending on the symptom, obviously, I will use my pendulum and all my clairs. Clairs are like the clairaudience, clairvoyant, all the abilities to connect to the guides and the angels. And then I connect to the person's body and I try to see what is the cause to their symptom. And we start releasing energies. And it could be, as I said, different. Even if the symptom is the same, the energies we release will be different
Mm-hmm.
and they will influence them in more than just that symptom, because the symptom will be the message from the body that something is going wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But if you release things, then other things in your life can get better.
And I can definitely tell that about myself because after the first session I had with you, and then I took that 30 days journey with you, that was pretty amazing. Things that have changed in my life. I can't even tell. I can't even tell. It was life changing for sure. Um, so you mentioned about the modalities you channeled. So what are some of them?
Oh, so one of them and the main one is the divine healing, which I call upon my guides and the angels. I call them my team because not every time will be the same guides and angels. Because for everybody that comes to me, different guides and angels will come, also depending on the symptom. So they come and we can. I have also my program online. It's like an online web program that I have all the information in my head into that program. So when I
Mhm.
connect to someone, the pendulum can take me and direct me. Where do I need to go now? Where should I look? Is the problem or the energy that is trapped in their body, is it trapped in maybe in the digestive system? So I'll go there and I'll start look there, so it can make the sessions even like faster. So in an hour of a session, I can do more than what I could do like 3 years ago before I
Mhm.
started, programming that program. This is one of them. So it comes, for each person it could be different. So some people will do it remotely. I'll do it remotely for them, and I'll send an email explaining what I did, and we'll kind of follow up on the symptom and see if it's improving, what needs to be done. You called it magic, but I also always say it's not magic, and we have layers upon layers to release, and we need to go to the root of the issues before we see major changes.
Mhm.
But we do that slowly. Some people will need, video sessions like we do right now on a video, either Zoom or WhatsApp. So we go on a session, and the divine healing team will be like, it's like coaching sessions, but
Mhm.
who's guiding you is not me. I'm not a coach, but the guidance comes from up above. The second one is something I do only locally, is using a camera. It's called phototherapy. It's something that I didn't, obviously I didn't channel it, but I did channel my own system using the camera and phototherapy. So we do
Mhm.
it like this host mostly help with self-confidence and helping people love themselves the way they are and stuff like that.
And where are you located so my audience will know?
I'm located in Denver, Colorado, but
Okay.
I also go around the world with my camera and all the equipment if I need to.
Not in COVID days, I guess.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I barely go to barely drive for the past month, but when we don't have this craziness around us.
So, tell me, what are kind of the type of people, or the top uh, three problems that people come to you with?
Three top. Okay. That's a hard one. That's very hard to choose upon all of that. So I'm gonna try and, the first thing I would say will be physical.
Mm-hmm.
All the physical symptoms someone can have. It mainly works amazingly with things that doesn't the conventional world doesn't have
Yeah,
an answer to.
yeah.
So people say there's not no way to heal this, but then they see that there is a way, and we release energies from past lifetimes that or energy they got from inherited from their parents or grandparents. So we release that, and we'll see amazing results on the physical aspect. The second thing that oh, sorry.
Some of my followers, they still don't have the knowledge about how energies get stuck in our bodies, and how it can cause symptoms. So can you elaborate more about that, please?
Yeah, well, it's kind of hard to explain how it gets stuck and how it gets trapped in our bodies. Also, it's really hard to explain how to release it. Like it doesn't make sense. And for
Mm-hmm.
someone that came from high tech, me, so analytic, but then you see the results, it's amazing. But let's say somewhere in the past, it could be in a past lifetime, or someone that something that happened to your parents or grandparents, even 50 generation in the back, or in the past lifetime here, from from pregnancy while you were a fetus or a child, something happened, and the body usually will we will feel that energy, and it will go away. Our body will know how to take it out and just feel it and release it. But
Mm-hmm.
if things get too much, these energies, and I always say, try to imagine them like little balls of water trapped in your body. It could be tiny, it can be big, or it becomes big when there's a lot of tiny ones connected to each
Mm-hmm.
other. And let's say they're all trapped in your knee for some reason. So the knee might hurt if it's trapped there, or you'll be having a hard time walking forward in your life symbolically, because it hurts your legs, which will take you forward. Um, and it's hard to explain how, but I can see them when I get into a session and I connect and I close my eyes. I can see like the movies in my head. I can see where it's trapped and what needs to be done to release it. I will call upon the angels, the guides. There are flames that comes and helps. It's different from each symptom and each energy, and I need to find first what it is. Is it a trauma? Is it a trapped emotion? Is it a fear? Is it a belief? What is it?
Mm-hmm.
And we can release it. Then I sometimes can release thousand and thousand at the same release, and
Mm-hmm.
it's amazing.
So yeah, it is amazing. So you were talking about physical symptoms. So what else? Um,
So
People
since
come to you.
you told me to choose only three, so the second one will be relationships. But and I know immediately our minds go to romantic relationships, and this is true. This is one of them. Romantic relationships, which could be couples therapy, which will be energetic couples therapy. So we take the relationship and we start releasing energies that causes problems. It could be past lifetimes together. It could be vow and oath, all kinds of stuff like that that can make our relationship not work as well. And it's romantic ones like partners, but it also can be mothers and kids, or I'm a child and I want to connect, I want to make my relationship with my parents better. So relationships in general with other people, and also relationship with myself. So a lot of people have issues with themselves, either the way they look. Well, it could be weight management, so we do a lot of weight issues on in our sessions, and self-esteem, self-confidence. So all of these relationship with myself could be gathered into this relationship thing. Also relationship with money, which will be career. What prevents me to have an amazing career? What prevents me from having a lot of money? All the abundance and prosperity stuff also in relationships. So this will be kind of the second one that I made into one. The third one.
Yeah, what else did we have here? Okay, so you talked about many tools and many problems that people come to you with, and you see success stories after a session or two, or your 30-day program. So tell us about an amazing story you just recently hear. I know you hear many, and I have experienced many myself after doing this 30-day program and using your meditations. Um, Try to choose one that really kind of.
Very, very hard. Not easy task for me. You did mention the therapeutic meditations. We use them. We turn them on. We can do them as meditations, but we turn them on, and they do an energy session on you and releases energies from you. It's hard for me to choose only one, but it is related to the 30-day program that I'm running. And I think the latest one that made a very good impact on me was losing weight. It wasn't a one-on-one session. It was just a 30-day program, and she lost 12 kilograms, which is like wow. Yeah, it's a big wow. So this was one of the. If you ask me for one, this is the one that I kind of remember from the last few
Yeah,
weeks.
and I can see I'm part of your group, so I can see a lot of people evidence like sending you messages and thanking you, and hearing all these amazing healing stories. It's really kind of uplifting to see that. So I'm sure you're super happy every time someone sends you something like that, and I'm just happy to read them, you know.
I
And
work around the world. So when I wake up in the morning, I have a lot of messages waiting for me. And every time this is a message of success story, I'm so happy and grateful for people even to write that,
yeah.
it's amazing.
So now we're all in this Corona time these days, and we're all kind of scared and trapped in our house and trying to make the best out of this time. So, two questions. One of them, do you think or do you feel some of your tools can help release this fear, and can some of your tools can help strengthen our immune system and help us feel more at ease these days?
Yeah, well, when you release energies, immediately you help your immune system. Because when you have trapped energies, your immune system cannot work as it should. So releasing energies can help work on the immune system. We can also we can also do a session for the immune system. But another thing, since you asked, especially for the immune system and for the COVID-19 times right now, I would definitely say that I have two therapeutic meditations. One of them is for all the pathogens, to release pathogens from our body, all the viruses, all these stuff. This is one of them, and the other one is just strengthen the immune system. So these are the two tools that I would say. If people have emotional stuff right now, which I think the COVID-19 will affect our emotional situation more than even the physical one. So I do suggest the one-on-one therapy sessions for that, to release these energies, because we see in our channelings, and I do a lot of them. I mean, I do a lot every morning, but I do a lot with other mediums, colleagues, and we see a lot of post-trauma after this time, and we must release these. I have to.
Hmm. This is interesting. So, before we wrap up, is there anything else you would like to add, um, or how we can contact you? I'll post your contact details in the post. But is there anything else you would like to share?
Um, I do think that this kind of medicine is coming very, to the public now. So it's very important to think about that as well when we try to be healthy, either physical or emotional or mental. We need to think about that. So it's very important to shout it out. So thank you for doing this. I really, really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I do have I do have a group in English as well. So if people want to come there, and I do live video sessions, and I give a lot of information, and people can learn even just from being around, and listening to this. This is the conscious should be, we need to learn more consciously about it, and start implementing it in our life.
Mm-hmm. I actually learned from you how to use the pendulum after one of the live sessions, and I felt confident enough to start using it, and I'm super happy. It's such a great tool. If people don't know about it, can you just in quick, like couple minutes, tell us what it is? And
The pendulum. So, I always say, and you said it at the beginning, I'm not healing anybody. One of, the names that you have to use is healer, because people need to know what you're doing, but I don't heal anybody. I'm just a channel. So I get the messages from up above through me, and this is the way I can give answers to people. So it's either by the so it's the clairvoyant to see things, or the clairaudience to hear, and there are some more. But one of the main tools is the pendulum. So you want me to explain about the pendulum, how it works? It works like that. This is what you mean?
sure, yeah, just a couple of quick minutes.
Okay, so there are all kinds of pendulums. I prefer the brass ones, not the wood, not the crystals, because you need to cleanse them. I don't have time to cleanse them. This one cleansed itself. There are all kinds of sizes and shapes, and it's also called therapeutic pendulum. So this is what I like. And basically, what you have to do, I'm raising my hand. It's not the normal. The normal will be low, but won't be able to see it. So I'm raising my hand. And the first thing you need to do is to teach her to speak your language, or you need to learn what her language is. And I say her, but some people will give her a
Yes.
name, and become really friends with her. So the first thing I'll do is to ask, show me yes. So I want her to show me what is yes to her. So I hope you can see it clearly. Mine
Yeah.
goes forward. This is my yes. And I can ask, and I already thinking it, and she's answering, show me no, and she goes from right to left.
Uh-huh.
So yes. But if she'll show me different, then I'll teach myself, and I'll know what she wants, and then I'll go with it. But for the last 5, 6, 7 years, this is the way she goes. And I always ask. Every time I start working with it, I ask, show me yes and show me no, to make sure she's still synchronized with me, and I'm still synchronized with her, and I know what she's saying. And then people can use it. I mean, I wouldn't use it for really, really major things, because you need to be really, really cleansed in yourself. People that have a lot of trapped energies in them will not get, correct answers all the time, but only for small issues. So if you have a vitamin C in your hand, and you want to make sure, a bottle of vitamin C, and you want to say, is this good for me or not? Then you can ask, is this vitamin C good for me? And it might say yes, it might say no. And you can ask even, how many do I need to take? And for how long? Is this food good for me? Questions like this, to start with.
Uh-huh.
Eventually everybody can go and get into a deeper, work with it. But it's also healing. So if let's say someone has I'm showing my knee. Let's say I have a knee ache or something hurts. I can let her just spin above my knee, and it can send healing to it. And inside you gotta have intentions to call to have whoever wants to help you right now. It could be Raphael, Archangel Raphael, that is the healing guides, depending on your symptom, of course. But ask them to give you the answers, and then the answers will be, you know, very holy from up above, from the Creator.
I always like learning from you. So thank you so much for joining me today, Sarah. It was such a great honor to have you here. So yeah, I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. It
Thanks
was my
again.
pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank
Bye, love.
you. Bye.